Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Aquatic Morning Show, where the Aquarius go to be in the know on your Aquatic Morning Show. It's been a while since I've got to say that. So I do apologize for Friday, everybody. Overworked myself on Thursday trying to get that job done, and I didn't finish until 3 a.m. Friday morning. And by the time I got up to get the stream going, I had a migraine. So there was just no way. And it was to the point of I couldn't even ask anybody to do it for me. So I am truly sorry. For a show that plays, 4 days a week, every time you're going to have stuff come up sometimes. So I do apologize for that. I do my best to try to get fill-ins or whatever, when I know I'm going to be out, but that was just kind of a thing. But on a good note, the reason I tried to get that job or I stayed out so late getting that job finished, well, there are two reasons. First reason is because it was going to start raining, and it has. It has rained and rained and rained, and we are still getting more rain. We're supposed to get up to 6 inches today, and over the night could possibly get another 4 inches. So we're looking at, flooding and all that stuff. But I wish I could send some of it, east or west so that they could have some of it. But I can't do that, unfortunately. God didn't give me those privileges.
Yeah, we're getting rain, but not like you are, but it's off and on, off and on. It's been really nice.
Yeah. I mean, the temperature has been great. Other than the 100% humidity, you walk outside and whether it's raining or not, you already feel like you're soaking wet. It's been good. But the second reason I wanted to get the job finished was because PetSmart had their reptile enclosures on sale. And I had thought I was going to stick with Zoom Ed. I was like, I love the Zoom Eds. I'm going to stick with Zoom Ed. That's just what I'm going to do. Well, when I got there, I found this. And honestly, I don't even know the name of it. It's not a Zoom Ed. I guess it's the Smart Pet Smart brand. But it's a 30-gallon, and it's glass, and it's got the 5 inches all the way around the bottom so that I can add water. That way I can have fish in it as well. And I bought the Great Stuff foam to be able to spray on the back and carve it out and, do all the cool stuff to be able to plant all kind of bromeliads and, do a fountain that kind of trickles down the back and all that. But so I got it, and it was a 30-gallon. It came with all this stuff, and I got it for $124. So yeah. So I tried to hurry up and get that job done so I could get that while it was on sale. And the third reason is because the other 4 are becoming frogs. Today I pretty much imagine at least one of them will come out of the water. And I had made it so they can't get out of the 10-gallon until I get the 30-gallon finished. But I need to get it finished before I leave Thursday, either Wednesday evening or Thursday morning, to go to my sister's. That way, all Joe has to do is feed them, and I really do hope they're all frogs at that point, and I don't have to worry. And I miss it, I don't want to miss them turning into frogs. And I almost asked my sister last night, can I bring my frogs with me?
Lord have mercy.
No, right? That's pitiful.
Oh, is that enclosure a Thrive?
I tell you what, let me grab the box.
I got a picture of it. If you want me, I can share it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I've run her off. Gotta go with.
It is a Thrive. So it's the Thrive. my green screen's gonna get it, but it's the I don't know. It has one of the geckos on it or whatever, but it's 4 frogs too, which are down at the bottom down here. But let's see if I can flip it over, see if green screen will do with this. It came with the lights, 2 lights, the daytime light and a heat light, and then it came with a brick of the coconut, and then it came with a dish holder, and it came with a fake plant, a fake vine, and it came with a hydrometer and a temperature thing, which would be great. All right, here we go. Thank you, Jerry.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
So it came with all of that stuff, but I'm not going to use all of it. I'm going to use most of it, but not all of it. And then it came also with a back cover, like a back, like they do with fountain. I mean, with aquariums, you can put a back screen or whatever. What is it called?
Background?
Yeah, a background. It came with a background, which is a really cool background. It looks very tropical, very rainforesty, but I'm not using that. I'm doing the Great Step foam. And
so anything that's flowy in there, it will look like it's rainforestry, too.
Yeah.
I sent you a picture on your on Messenger.
Okay.
Facebook.
Okay.
And I think that's the same one.
I also got this to go in it as well. It's a water dripping tree.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's got a pump in the bottom down here. It separates right here from the base, and then it goes all the way up, and then it trickles. It's hard to do. It trickles down. It comes out right here at the top, and then trickles down the leaves. And I am gonna use that in it as well, so the frogs will be able to jump on it and everything too. But I had also gotten that just in case I didn't get it completely finished before I had to leave, and the frogs still had water and they had something to jump on and all that, so it served 2 purposes. But so yeah, I wanted to finish that job so I could get all of that, so that when I leave, the frogs can't get out.
So y'all never found the one that got away?
No.
No.
I will find him one day. I'll try to, or either I won't find him because the dogs ate him. But yeah. I don't think the dogs ate him. I'm sure I'll just find him dried up.
So that one, you could have a little bit of water in the bottom if you had some nano fish or something to put in there.
Yeah, I am going to put fish in it. Like maybe the daisy blue rice fish, something itty bitty, that just schools around. But big enough so that the frogs won't eat. I don't think the frogs, I don't know, they might, but.
Did you just type that with one hand, Dee Dee?
What type what?
Victoria.
No.
Oh, because I didn't see your other hand move. I just saw Victoria pop up. I was like, wow, how'd you do that?
I type like a typist. That's how I was trained. It's hard for me to do the one finger. I'd be so dramatic doing the one finger. Oh, I didn't know if we were having anybody come join us today, so I brought Rico, since we haven't seen him much lately.
All right.
I thought I'd bring him along.
There you go. Bring Rico for a ride.
I took Papa Shrimp to Tea and Fish Mafia last night, but
I'm
I was showing
gonna-
off my tank so they couldn't see my shirt.
You said you sent that to what now? My either Facebook or
Yeah, a Facebook Messenger thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got to get one for my lizard.
Facebook. Oh, it says Didi messaged you right at the top. Oh, yes, that is it. That is it. Hey, there's Brennan. Brennan joining us too.
Hey,
Thank you, Brennan.
Hey,
Sweet.
how
So
flat my
good.
hair
So, you're here, so I can pick your brain as well on the enclosure and how to get
wait,
this.
what's going on? I just woke up like 30 minutes ago, so I'm like half out of it.
It's okay. Hey,
He needs some coffee. He needs some
need
coffee.
some coffee. All right.
Copy.
Well, I'm gonna get into it more, but I'm gonna show it right here. All right. Can you see it? Yes. That's what I got. As a 30 gallon enclosure for my frogs. And then I also got this tree thing, this water dripping tree. Let's see if it'll move me. Oh, come on. There. Why is it not? There. Thank you.
Yep. Huh. That's neat.
I thought it was
Oh, and
kind
it comes with a puppy inside.
Yeah, look at that puppy right there.
Oh, wow. Wee corgi. That's all right.
That's funny.
And I got that in case that was the only thing I had time to get in it before I had to leave to go to Houston to my sister because they're turning into frogs. They're going to be turning into frogs this week. That's just how it's happening. And I think one of them is going to turn into a frog today or come out of the water per se, I guess. And then lose its tail, but it won't be long till the others do the same thing. So, but I have a pump, sort of. I have one of the small. Hang on, I'm getting way ahead of myself. Way ahead of myself. Let me say good morning to everybody.
Maybe you need some coffee too.
Yeah, well, I do. I just haven't had but like a sip of it. Yeah, I'm squirreling this morning.
I was up pretty late last night. My daughter kind of woke me up early this morning, and then I went back to bed.
Yeah, I didn't sleep well. I slept in the living room because I still have still have a puppy left, and the one that is black and white, Penny, and it's not going to hurt my feelings if she doesn't leave, but it's not to the point of Joe being happy with me putting her in the bed yet. So I slept in the living room with her again, and I just did not sleep good. Normally, I have no problem sleeping in the recliner, but last night I just didn't. But
Isn't that Sonny's dog that had the puppies?
it is,
Well,
and
why don't you sleep in Sonny's bed?
because he already has his new puppy that sleeps in the bed with him. So he's got two that sleep in the bed with him. And let's see, that's Piper. And then Penny is the only puppy left that's not sold or that we were, originally keeping. So she was in the pen the first night because we took the last puppy, the male puppy, to New Orleans on Saturday. He went to Florida, and the guy met us in New Orleans to pick him up. And we have Penny left, and I felt so bad with Penny staying in the pen by herself. So I was just like, I just can't. But so Joe went back to work today, so I'll be able to kind of sneak her in the bed tonight.
Oh, Lord. I have to say I'd have to put my foot down with 5 in the bed.
Yeah.
I can't even do it with one.
I've only
I have a thing about my legs being pinned down while I'm sleeping, so if they're laying on top of the blanket or anything like that, they will get launched out of that bed.
Yeah, Lena is the only one that sleeps with me and Joe. Really,
Oh, okay.
She sleeps in between me and Joe. She gets up here by our heads and watches Joe. She's so funny. She's like
not tonight, buddy.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And so if I put Penny in the bed with us, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. As long as there's no other dogs. Every now and then he'll let his lab get in the bed, but once I come to bed, I kick the lab out. And my other female corgi, the mama corgi, she is so fat right now that she can't even jump into the bed. And she's happy in her bed on the floor right now. So she's been staying there. So I think it would be okay if I put her in the bed. I just got to wait for that right time, and it just hasn't been that right time. So I stayed in the living room last night.
Roger's son is asking a question. Somebody in here might know the answer. He said, somebody gifted him a membership last month. How do I pay it forward and give some memberships? Does anybody know?
I'm trying to look here.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know how Matt did that.
You should just be able to go down, go to where Super Chats and Super Stickers are.
It's not popping up at all for me. It just says membership, Super Chat, and Super Sticker.
I don't think I turned it off.
Contact Liquid Zoo. He can tell you for sure. Mark Sturleson can tell you for sure.
We tried that out with our litter of 8 Malinois. We had Thor, so I wanted to name the puppy Hammer. Hung on to him for a while, but eventually let him go to some friends. And, that could possibly happen. We have, with Penny, 9 dogs in the house. 9? 3 corgis, the lab. 3 corgis, the lab.
I love dogs, but I couldn't take 9.
Well.
Yeah, 3 corgis, my 3 corgis, Joe's lab, and Sonny's. It would be 7 dogs. 8
what
dogs.
What about Landon's dog?
Well, so my 2 corgis, Landon's corgi, which is the 3rd, and then the 2, Sonny's 2 border collies now. And then the one that is still either to be, given away to the right home or bought or just doesn't leave. And that's the big thing, is because she has got to go to a home. She's got to go to a ranch. She has got to go and be a working dog. She is going to need to be able to run and work. That is just her mentality. She is not a laid back, chill dog at all.
She's not a couch potato.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Well, even if you go into that and hit Super Chat, it still doesn't pop up at all. So I think they removed it entirely.
Really?
Oh, because
I am on desktop, so
yeah.
If you join as a member, now they said you can't do it on the phone. Kelly said you can't do it from a phone.
Don't do it, Jess. We let our girl sleep in the bed for nearly 14 years, and she passed. Oh, no, my dogs will always sleep with me. I just let them.
I sometimes think about whether I want to let my shrimpy sleep with me in the bed, but I don't let them.
Huh.
Well, sometimes, you can just sleep with your hand in the tank and give that a try, Jerry.
It is interesting, Fish Tank Barn. I guess Fish Tank Barn can see it on his, but not mine. That's weird.
Big Dog, 35. I did send Jess the money for your gift certificate to her store.
Yeah, he's having a hard time finding something that he wants. So I told him
he does have shrimp too.
Yeah,
you have shrimp, right?
Yes.
some champions, some little champions in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if anybody knows Blue Mustang 357, I need his
Yeah.
email.
Right. We
Can't
need to
find him and haven't seen him in the streams.
Right. Me either.
I don't think I've
I
ever
think-
seen that name in any stream.
Oh, he comes from time to time, or she, whoever, but they do come from time to time.
We
Huh.
had as many as 7 animals sharing our home with 3 dogs, 4 cats sleeping. It was an adventure. Yeah. Dr. Anthony, good morning. Jennifer Weaver, Fish Tank Barn. Big Dog 35, Riding Sun Aquatics. Miss Kelly Foreman. Do you have to be on a computer? It won't work on a phone. Yeah, you got to be on a computer.
Well,
Lori says go into where you join as a member and it will give you the option there. So, Miss Lori, good morning.
does not. It just says special correspondent, commenter, and TAMS. That's it. Doesn't give me an option to.
But Whip, it is there. You see it though, right? Like I don't have it turned off somehow.
See, since I'm a member, it won't. I don't have the join button available
Right.
anymore.
Fish Tank Barn says he sees it, so I'm assuming you didn't turn it off somehow.
Okay.
If he's seeing it,
Okay.
I don't know if it's just something with mine or what.
Ooh, look at them fishies, shrimpies. Focus, focus. Ain't
Are
focus.
these is this that fishbone call tank?
Ooh, they're gorgeous.
That Papa Shrimp didn't text me about the other day. I'm about to hunt him down.
It ain't focusing yet. Hey, there's a black one.
I'm trying. It's probably the reflection.
Maybe. There's a black one in the middle there too.
It came out.
Those
so
are the
pretty
fish
the other
bone?
day. Woo, let's go back further.
There you
There
go.
we go.
Oh, there it goes.
That's a pretty tank.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the fishbone.
Yeah, these are. Well, it's a little bit of everything. It was a Caradina coal tank that I pulled them from, and I pulled what I saw were some pintos and some fish bones, and then I got a couple of extreme blue bolts and a couple of shadow pandas.
Okay,
So,
cool.
kind of, it's a fun little project tank for me.
Right.
Yeah.
I love them.
I've had
They're so
most of these fish bones now for 2.5 years, and it's the only colony out of all the colonies that I've kept that I've been able to keep with me through all my transitions.
That's awesome.
Okay, Whip says that he can't see it on his. He doesn't think anyone can do it. I can accept gifts, but I can't gift anything. Huh.
Interesting. They have 130 king core, so hopefully there's king size beds. I'll leave it there.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. It's a huge dog.
Yes, that
It is a big dog. I've seen him.
Yeah.
And when Paul rides through town, he takes that little car that belongs to his wife. It's a little convertible, and the dog sits in the back seat. And he sits up tall like a person. So Paul's head's over here, and the dog's head's on the other side, driving through town.
S. Getty, good morning. Paul Sotero, good morning. Let me see.
Oh,
Got Willow
Mike
Moss
at
Group
Fish Tank Barn gifted a membership.
He did do it. It did work.
Yep.
Wait, I don't. Oh wait, I can't see it because I'm not on YouTube side.
And I can't post comments. I'm not the clicker today.
Okay, hang on. Let me go.
Wouldn't it have been nice?
Come on.
Of course, it don't come up under the comments on StreamYard, does it?
No, that's why I can't see it. But I'm trying to
Ah.
open YouTube, so I'm getting there. There it is. Okay. Gifted 1 Fish Tank Barn, gifted 1 membership. Sweet.
Oh, and Miss
Oh, he
Lori
Did it
Got
to
it.
show that he couldn't, that it is there and it works, that I didn't turn it off or anything. But just because you did do it, I mean, gives us a reason to dance.
Happy birthday.
But that ain't it.
You know, I take that back, Jess. We get to see you dance.
Yeah, true. True. All right, let's see. I don't want to stop.
Now,
Oh,
it says
Those fish
that
bones
Lori
for-
was gifted a membership, but it didn't do that green thing like I've seen it do on other streams where it shows somebody was one.
it didn't show it.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
And
It
I'm
just
sorry,
did it
I
as a
forgot to
chat
message
line.
you, Dee Dee.
Oh no, what
Yeah.
you're seeing, Dee Dee, is that gifted sub went to Monster Fish Gal.
Yes, but normally
she-
on the other streams it shows so-and-so became a member.
Right,
I'm not
Oh.
seeing that one.
right.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
does.
Yeah. Yeah.
And maybe
Yeah.
since maybe she hadn't had a chance to do all that part or something. I don't know.
No, usually it does it automatically. And or does she have to? No, she don't have to accept it because she's already said that it was okay. Oh well.
And Sonny, that's the big thing. This whole family does pass it forward.
Yes.
Thank you for doing that.
Thank you very much.
And
Yes.
Mike, thank you too.
Oh, I got something is.
Yeah, Pop, I knew you were busy with your son. That's why I didn't try to hunt you down.
Sorry.
Let you live.
Speaking of
Well,
which,
it was-
how
it
did
was
that
a
all
crazy
go,
week.
Jerry? Did everything go all right with that? I know that was a lot to do.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Was that it was a crazy week, and I didn't realize until after I was on my way home why my son had a bit of an attitude in the week leading up to it, where just trying to get everything done and get him motivated and make sure all the paperwork was done. And then we actually go to the storage, get stuff, pack it up, take it out there. And when we were driving back, me and his mom, we were talking, and I was like, I've never seen him be like this. I don't get it. I don't understand his attitude. And then it hit me. He was freaking nervous and scared and anxious. And his only way to deflect was with his attitude.
Being snippy.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I mean, it was an emotional roller coaster. I didn't realize how hard it was going to be, but
Right.
it kind of, when I came home Friday night after dropping him off, I was like, wow, my boy's in college.
Oh, what
I miss
college?
him
Did he go to?
already.
What college did he go to?
It's Austin College
Oh.
in Sherman.
Yeah.
Yeah, the house is empty once the kids leave, and it's like, you're glad to see them leave, and then you're sad that they left.
I know it.
It's the house. A kid in the house makes it fun, whether you're hollering at them or whatever. They just keep things lively.
Rising Sun, I think it was Matt who gifted the memberships last month. I think so.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you didn't see Whip's super chat last Friday. He did it, at the end like he does.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's right.
So he has given you another one.
Thank you, Whip. You're awesome. Speaking of showing some appreciation, you guys, Miss D, we've got a coffee cup thing to play this morning on time.
I forgot to play it last week.
It's okay.
All right, clock. But get up out of this bed. Gotta brush these fangs and find something to wear. So you start off, then you drink that caffeine, and then you're, oh, yeah.
That's
I
right.
wish. Usually I don't get like that till after the 5th or 6th cup.
Speaking of, Brennan, did you send me your logo?
Oh, no, I can do that right now.
Cool.
And Doc says he's going to be home next Monday.
Yay!
Cool.
And you can join us again.
I know
So-
he'll be appreciating the break. But I guess school's getting ready to start back, so he's got to come back.
Oh, that's right. School.
Come over here and work. And Debbie Holden came in, USL Services.
Good morning.
Missouri,
Debbie?
where you stopped off at. But
Yeah,
nice to see you.
And for anybody else that was way up at the top that I never got to, say hi again at the bottom now where we're caught up at, and we'll definitely give you a shout out. Red Laser, good morning.
Also, Tara.
Dot
Hey, Rich.
is on his 4th cup of coffee.
Okay, and he is saying how to do the join button on a phone.
Okay, Red Laser. On a phone, hit the join button, and you will see all of the tiers, but there is an ellipsis, which is those 3 dots.
Ellipsis.
Ellipsis,
Uh-huh.
like an eclipse, but ellipse.
Ellipse, yeah, like ellipse.
Ellipse gives 3 choices. The last one is the gift status. Select the slide the status to on. You don't pay me enough to be on the morning show. Ooh. Well,
Brandon,
then.
you didn't get the memo, Doc. You're supposed to pay to come on the Milner Show.
That's right. It's the other way around, buddy.
I'm just
You could,
I sent that.
I love shrimp.
Sent that to you, Jess. I sent you one with a black background and then one with no background.
Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah, you get what do you call it? Exposure here, Doc. 4 days a week.
That's right. And what's going to happen, Jess is going to get that picture from Brandon.
Yeah.
And then she's going to forward it to Annette. And Annette's going to make the cute little coffee cup with Brenda's name on it.
That's
And
right.
then they'll send it back to me. And then I'll put it in the next video.
Yep.
So
That's how that works.
that's how we roll.
That's right. That's how
So
we-
I have
how
a little inquiry or question or observation.
Okay.
It's
Wow.
Monday.
It
correct?
is Monday.
And
Yeah.
normally Mondays I am unavailable because I am doing all the shipping.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So nobody has asked, hey, what's
come you're
going
not
on?
shipping?
Why are you with us?
Nobody's
So,
asked
I
me yet
figured-
either.
So
Are y'all
if anybody
skipping
cares
work?
or not, the reason I am here is because it's Texas, and
It's
the
raining.
only way we get out of a drought situation is via a flood. So last night, sometime in the evening, it started to trickle. We saw this stuff called rain coming out of the sky, landing on our cars and wetting the cracked ground. It's got
And all the and wetting all those
2
plants.
inches wide. And I get up this morning, start getting ready for work, and we're flooded. Everywhere is
Oh, yeah.
flooded. The highways are flooded.
Wow.
The streets are flooded. Cars getting in the middle of downtown Dallas. Cars are getting stuck in the river that they used to call a highway. And so I texted
Wow.
Jason and I told him I'm gonna tap the brakes on getting out on the roads for a little bit until I know better how things are, because it's a bad enough drive anyways, and then to add flooding situations, and
Yeah.
I just don't want to deal with it right now.
Right.
So
Right.
that's why I'm here. Are you getting any rain, Jess?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about when we came on. First thing was that it started raining yesterday, and
Yep.
it hasn't stopped.
We had 8 inches of rain so far this morning, just
Yeah,
today.
Yeah,
Been
we're
getting
supposed
pretty
Wow.
bad over here too.
to 6 and then another 4 over the night, and then rains and showers and thunderstorms again tomorrow, but more off and on instead of steady. So, and that's supposed
Well,
to be all
Brendan,
year.
why are you here this morning instead of
I didn't feel like going to work, and my daughter begged me not to go into work early. So, oh, good job! I'm glad you went poop
On
like a big
cue.
girl.
Right? Yes.
Yay! She cookied.
Yes.
Oh, you okay? Are you proud? No. Why are you not proud? You should be. Oh, you are? Okay.
Like, you gotta come see this.
That's right. Come see it. Furlough. Good morning.
So
She's
she
been out
begged you not to
playing
go
with
to
her
work.
Right on cue. That's right. She was right on cue.
Playing with her little. I bought her like this stuffed animal farm set, and
Yeah.
she loves the thing, and she's just been
Aw.
playing with it all morning, ignoring me. So. Booger.
Oh, Butterfly has a herd of horses on my island countertop. And
Aw.
she got
Crazy
3 or
hair,
4
girly.
new ones, so she had to let the herd be introduced together.
Heck
I said,
yeah.
well, can't they be introduced in your bedroom? She said, no, they have to come out here. So there's like 40 or 50 horses out there.
Sounds like my kind of girl.
Oh, yeah, I got a train right.
That's
She was
right.
watching
I didn't
videos
play
of
with
horses
Barbie
last
dolls.
night.
My sister played with the Barbie dolls. I played with the My Little Ponies and all the other little horses.
It
Yeah.
was like your Matchbox cars, your Hot Wheels, GI Joes, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But last week we hauled off the whole back end of my Highlander was full. The My Little Ponies left. She kept the ones with the furry hair, those little twinkle, whatever. I don't know what kind of those little critters are.
Yeah.
She gave away all her Barbie doll stuff, even the little house parts and all. The kid probably had 40 Barbie dolls, never played with them.
Wow.
Just tore them up. Half the time I had to put legs back together. Their hair are a mess if they haven't been cut. And they're always naked.
Yeah.
And it's like, where's their clothes? I don't know.
Shoot,
So we
buying
gave
clothes
away-
for Barbie dolls is as expensive as it is to buy
Yeah.
a real human.
And
My
she
daughter
does
likes
like
to sit there and
little
have dress up
sets,
parties with her dolls.
Yeah, they have like a little dog and then the washing station and all for like a grooming. So,
Yeah.
they're like $30, $40.
Yeah.
Just that little thing. And it all left. She didn't want it. And it's like, okay. So she just turned 11. So she's feeling herself right now.
Yeah. She's
So-
probably in that teeter-totting mode too, going from the playing with those types of things to big girl, getting into
We got our new big girl sheet. So it wasn't My Little Pony sheet. It was
yeah,
unicorns.
right. Hey, what a step
Or
up.
Pegasus or something. And so she had to have them on the bed last night.
Oh my
Had
God.
to have them.
Who watched House of the Dragon last night?
I did not.
TV.
I did. Y'all, that's my thing. Game of Thrones? Yeah. Yeah,
I
but
never saw Game of Thrones.
girl, oh my gosh.
Me neither. I watched.
I was working at the prison, and so I had to be in bed before they came on, so I missed all
I
those
watched
shows.
part of the finale, and that was it. But I was like, so what's all the hubbub about on this Game of
Ooh.
Thrones thing? So I watched the finale a little bit, didn't understand not a bit of it, and I was kind of like, meh.
Yes.
Yeah, I watched through the first season and put it down and never picked it up again.
Oh my God.
I didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah,
See,
the acting was funny. The actors are very funny how they are in that show. It's weird. It's not like they're not serious, and it makes me angry.
It's like I don't do gore at all. Like at all. And it's got some gore in it, but I'm a very fantasy dragons type person. Like I just love it. And so
I would like it.
it wrapped me quick. And yeah, so then became a party. So my sister would come over every Sunday, and that was our thing. We'd have a Game of Thrones party, and we'd watch Game of Thrones on the big screen every Sunday night. And so last night I called her right before it came on. Well, nowadays, because you've got, cable, and then you've got, you can have the subscription to the channel. It comes on cable or premieres on cable, but you can I was running behind, of course, because I was working on the frog tank, and 8:00 came around and it was like 8:05, and Sonny said, Jess, it's 8:05. And I'm like, oh, no. So then I ran in there and I was able to start it, from the beginning, because I have HBO Max on subscription. So nowadays you can go back, and watch it at whatever time you want to, but I love them. And so I
just as soon binge watch myself.
Yeah, I love binge watching too. If I could hold myself back and not watch it until it's done, then I would, but I can't.
Some shows I can't either, but if I can, I'd rather wait for the whole season and do one season at a time. If you get into it, you get into it.
Yeah. It's tastefully done, Jess. Yeah.
I started doing my artwork, getting some of it put in frames.
Oh,
can you put
good.
me up? I don't know if you can see it.
Hang on. I'm gonna blow you up. Hang on. I'm gonna blow you up.
Blow me up, girl.
There we go.
If you look right there. That's my thing that Atomic Injections made for me.
Yeah.
Cool.
And now
I was a little worried about bringing art in the fish room. That's why I hadn't done it before. And I've taken away a lot of pictures because I was afraid that the moisture in here would get in them somehow. But I got one of those dehumidifiers. So I thought I'd try. No, I don't do art. I'm not artistic at all. Look at my tanks. They're just jungle plants. No, I wished I could. Because I would if I could.
Oh, Doc. You should. Get out of your box.
Oh, last night I did a tour of this wall of tanks on Tea and Fish Mafia. And when
Yeah.
we got to the fish bones tank, I have one of those little, like, shrimp houses, but it's a long tubular thing.
Right.
And by putting the camera right there, when you went all the way through, there was a big old fish bone back there. He was gnawing on a molt.
Wow.
Cool.
I couldn't take a picture at the time, so Bob Kaler sent me a picture of it later. It's like, man, it was in perfect lineup. So somebody molded in there.
Yeah, good. You know they're
That's
doing
good.
good.
Yeah. Was it a clean molt?
Yeah.
Good.
And I took your advice on what you told me, a week or so ago on the other tank.
Mm-hmm.
And because the molt was a little creamier looking.
Yeah.
And I noticed this last one was clearer too. And
Awesome.
yesterday, my red head spot or red spot head, whatever you call them, somebody has molted in there because the boys are going crazy. They're everywhere.
Cool?
Like, where's she at?
It's so cool to see them doing that. It used to freak me out. I'd be like, "Oh no, what's wrong with my shrimp?"
Yeah.
But
It's
yeah,
just the
I was
males
thinking,
doing the happy dance. I'm gonna get me some. I'm gonna get me some. Woohoo!
and it's all of his male, so then I knew what it was.
See, let's see. Game of Thrones and the House. I've listened to all the books, but the only two shows that are like I have got to be there to watch them. I can't wait until the whole thing comes out and then binge watch it now. Is Yellowstone, and then of course House of the Dragon now with the Game of Thrones.
Did you know Yellowstone derives from a larger TV series called 1983?
1883.
1883.
1893, yeah.
1883. Yeah, that's the prequel. Yeah, I've seen them both. I don't know if they're going to do if with this Yellowstone, if they're going to go back from 1883 when she dies, and then if they're going to go from there. I hope they do.
It would make more sense.
It would, you know.
Doc is a Debbie Downer today. He says Yellowstone, another piece of crap.
It can't be when they're the number one TV series shows.
Negative Nelly.
Yeah, one of the
You got the Mondays.
the small percentage that doesn't watch good TV.
Hardly ever get to see any TV anymore.
Probably
but
not.
Until it's bedtime, and then I don't see it because I don't, I fall asleep. So
Right.
it's not hurting me. I get things done.
I gotta specifically make time to sit down and watch TV
Yeah.
or anything.
I mean, I do. I
I
have to.
have to.
Definitely. I definitely have to because, otherwise I'm on the YouTube, FishTube, or I'm listening to an audiobook. And right now I'm on the series, the Keepers Chronicles, which is another dragons, and fairies and
So, do you like the movie where Sean Connery's the dragon?
yes.
What is that movie? Braveheart?
But yeah.
Speaking of Sean Connery and dragons, there was another movie that he was in. It was like a post-apocalyptic world that they were fighting dragons.
What?
And they kill it. They're in a tank and everything. They're fighting this dragon in a tank, and it's really neat. I gotta remember the name of the movie.
Yeah, let me know.
Dragon.
Rain of Fire.
Dragonheart.
Rain.
Of Fire. Yeah, I remember that.
Rain
one
of
too.
Fire. Yep.
I don't know that I've seen that.
And it's
Oh my
weird because
God.
Sean Connery's bald as heck. He's super bald, and he's got a beard and mustache and stuff. It's weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dragonheart. I love Dragonheart, and then there's another one that's got I think it's got Sean Connery in it as well, and it's oh my goodness, It's
Why
the
do
name
people-
of the dragon is I have that book series too. I can't think of it. The second one is named Fire. The first one is well, I can't remember it. I'll have to think about it.
There's several
kinda funny.
Dragonheart movies, isn't there?
Yeah, I think there's two.
Whip says that's Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew
Yeah,
McConaughey.
yeah.
I don't know why I got that mixed up, but hey, it's another good movie about dragons.
But I
And,
thought it was ironic this weekend because I had a chance to catch up on some of the news. I
Yeah?
haven't watched news lately. So I was just watching the news, national news, and all this stuff and everything. And then by last night, before I went to bed, I was like, after watching all the news and everything that's going on lately, I think I want to watch Idiocracy. So I did.
Funny.
I can't watch
it's relevant to whatever's going on out there, and it seems like that's the way we're going.
Yeah, I can't watch the news. Doc, I liked Firefly.
There's 5 Dragonheart movies. Wow.
Wow.
I never saw Firefly.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Brandon, Doc wants to know if you have something against the bald guys. He said he was bald.
No. It was just very memorable. We'll just put it that way.
Somebody that you're not used to seeing bald.
It's
Yeah.
okay. Just keep wearing a cap, and eventually you'll be right there with them.
Man, I already surpassed
what
my
they
dad,
say.
so I'm all right. My dad was already bald by the time he was my age, but I'm still going.
That's what they say, but
Look at how much my forehead has grown over the past few months. I got a
you're
huge
getting
forehead
smarter.
now.
That's
It keeps on
wisdom.
going further and further back.
It's just wisdom. That's all. What was something called the Orwell?
Aragon. Aragon is the other
Yeah,
dragon movie
Aragon.
that I love.
Yeah.
Yep. And it was supposed to have come out with the second one, and they never did. I think they should.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
Wow. Dragon movies.
Yeah, the Orville's pretty good. It's like a comedy version of Star Trek. Almost, kind of.
It's funny.
It is. There's a new show that's been out that I've been watching, and it kills me. It's terrible, but it's so funny. It's called Farzar. It is ridiculous, but it is hilarious.
Me and my son watched that movie, the new one that came out not too long ago, the Anything, Everything, Anywhere, All at Once, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It's something like that.
Oh,
Everything, Anything, Everywhere, All at Once. Something like that. But it's crazy movie. It's hilarious because it does go through each stage of everything, anything, everything, and then all at once. Or anything, anywhere. Something like that. It's a great movie. You got to watch it.
That sounds like a
Yeah.
song.
Whips World, you're right. I was going to read the second book after watching the movie of Aragon, and I bought the books because I don't know. There's something about having really thick books, like all of the Harry Potter series, and then the Aragon series, and the Game of Thrones series. The thick books with the really pretty shiny covers, I love. I absolutely love. I will never read the books. I just want them on the shelf. I don't know why. I don't know, but I do. I like them. I like them. I guess because if something was to ever happen, I have books. I don't know.
You can go to the library too.
That's right. Yeah, I have a library, or did. I don't have one right now, but
I haven't been to the library since COVID hit.
mm-mm.
I used to listen to audiobooks all the time, but
I do
then
that.
when I started listening to streams when I was riding my bike, I was listening to a stream. So it's like I took out the books.
Yeah, Whip. I watched that movie several times in a row. I was pretty impressed by it.
Now that I think about it, when I went and looked at it, I think I have seen that movie. And it says that, like, out of the 17 best dragon movies, that, oh my gosh, why can't I think of it now? Or, I'm sure. Oh, The Never Ending Story.
Mm-hmm.
That the that was a dragon. But Falcor, I don't think Falcor looks a dragon. That's not a dragon to me. That's a big blind puppy dog.
Pretty much, yeah. That's how I felt about it too.
Yeah, it's not a dragon.
And then you got, what was it? Puff the Magic Dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah, Puff the Magic Dragon. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, Puff the Magic Dragon. He lived by the sea.
Yeah, the original movie was so creepy.
Same way with books, Victoria. Yeah, like I said, I will listen to audiobooks all day long, but to sit and open a book and read it, I will fall asleep. But I like to have them on the shelf. So.
Kelly's through with her work training.
If I'm looking at the best dragon movies, yeah, I have it pulled up. But I don't agree with all of them. Have I tried? What? George, have you tried to collect any of the drops? Any of the drops? Red horses need fast water. I know what you're
Must be
talking
talking about seahorses.
Red horses need fast water.
Talking with Mexicali. I don't know what they're
Maybe.
I don't know any seahorses that require fast water.
I'm just guessing that's what
they didn't. I thought they didn't want fast water because of hanging on.
I don't think he's talking about seahorses.
Dragon Slayer, one of the first dragon movies ever made, was pretty fantastic giving it came out. I named my arowana after that dragon.
Oh, Red Horse Minnows.
Minnows.
Never heard of such a thing, but hey.
Me neither.
Yeah, they're a river and stream minnow. No, I think they're from the west.
Everything, everywhere, all at once. There you go, Bunny. Thank you.
Hey, Bunny. Good morning.
Oh, speaking of stuff, we need some more patrons for the fishfam.link. Because if we get enough, Matt will buy a sponsorship at Fishtoberfest.
Yep.
So if you're not a patron and you would like to be, jump right over at fishfam.link.
Get on it.
Come on.
That's right. Get on it.
It looks like
go over to fishfam.link to find the Patreon that you have to do it on.
Yeah. It's at the bottom of the page.
Yep.
Yeah, we were so now he was too short for this past Sunday he was hoping for, so he's added 5 more for next week. So we got a week to get 7 more.
Okay. Fishroom Fever, good morning, James. How are you? Well, you guys, it is time for the mid-morning break. I am on time today. Good God. You know what the mid-morning break is. Who will be back shortly? We're going to go refill our coffee, run, take a bathroom break, and then we will be right back. In the middle, while we play this, we play a song, and today will be the Fish Nerd song, which he's already doing, apparently, silently.
I know that guy.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Jason with Aquatic and Reptile. Thanks for joining me. What the heck is that noise? Do you guys hear that? What the heck is that noise?
Shrimp nerd.
Fish nerd. A fish nerd. A fish nerd. A fish nerd. I got 400 tanks in every room of my house. There's not a prayer in the world of me finding a spouse. I'm spilling water on the floor and all over the wall. No matter if it's carpet, I'm ruining it all. I'm a fish nerd. A fish nerd. A fish nerd. A fish nerd. Scientific names just rolling out my mouth. I love cichlids from the north and plecos from the south. There's a whole lot of folks up in the fish fam. There's Corey and Bob and Jadron. I'm a fish nerd, a fish nerd, fish nerd, a fish nerd. Petco and Walmart, stop killing my fish. I'm tired of rescuing betas that are dying in a dish. Every employee, they just seem to be lost, selling Oscars with guppies. But at what cost? I'm a fish nerd, a fish nerd, fish nerd, a fish nerd. It's Saturday again, heading to the fish store. I'm addicted to fish, I need more and more. I keep buying more fish, and I don't have the room. I'll put them in the bathtub, let the buying resume. I'm a fish nerd, a fish nerd, fish nerd, a fish nerd. Doing water changes all day and night. I can't get the pH where it seems just right. I do 10, 20, or 30%. So many fish, they need to pay me rent. Fish nerd, a fish nerd, fish nerd. Fish nerd. Sucking up the water, crap going up my nose. I can't seem to stop making fish room videos. YouTube, I love you, but you ain't paying squat. Gotta keep a real job, don't like it a lot. I'm a fish nerd, a fish nerd, fish nerd, a fish nerd, fish nerd, a fish nerd, fish nerd, a fish nerd.
Hi, Fish Fam! Are you struggling to gain new subs or followers? Would professional graphics, captions, and ads help you to sell more products? Perhaps you need a marketing strategy that works for your business that is also cost-effective. You're not alone. Millions of businesses across the world struggle with this problem. Good marketing plans, poorly executed, cost businesses billions in lost revenue each year. What is the solution? The Social Media Lady, a digital marketing agency. This team of seasoned marketing professionals works with your small business to plan and deliver a solid blueprint to drive more traffic to your website, YouTube channel, and social media. You can check out our work right here at the Aquatic Morning Show, as we currently provide their social media marketing as well as a majority of their graphic design services. When you decide you're ready to level up, schedule your free consultation at thesocialmedialady.com/fishnews.
All right. So if anybody is needing some food for their snails or their shrimp, Crayfish Empire, they do a good job with their food. I have a whole bucket full of food, and I need to refill or get a refill on mine for my shrimps. My snails love it. A lot of people use the Snello. They make the Snello. They have calcium. They've got everything. So if you're needing to do a refill on that, you can use my discount code, It's 15% off. So use that when you go to do it. What are you doing? Or there's something going on in the background. Do I have something open?
Are you talking to me?
I don't know. My stuff's been muted, so I don't know.
Yeah, I thought yours was me. I don't know. Maybe not.
I was typing. I don't know if that was making noise.
No, I don't. It sounded like shuffling papers. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I heard it too.
Okay, I have a question. I've got something going on in my hexagon tank, and it started with my albino, or I noticed it in my albino paradise fish. I lost him, but he had on the underside of him, I thought it was the angel picking at him, because they stay up at the top and they build their nest. They're labyrinth breathers, so they stay up top mainly. Well, I thought the angel was picking on him right underneath, I guess his mouth, like right down from his mouth. And it was a red spot. So I just kind of treated it, with some general cure. So hoping it didn't, get infected or whatever. Well, I moved him and his wife, his spouse, and put them in their other tank. And she seems to be fine, but I ended up losing him. And he ended up at the end, like he was gasping for air. Okay. Well, now I have lost 2 of my Pandagara, and on them it looks like they've got a sore in their, like the corner of their mouth going down like this. One of them, he finished dying this morning, but the other one was already dead. What could that be? Like, it's not gill flukes, because I've treated for flukes, but flukes would be in the gills. This is like underneath in the mouth and underneath.
I don't know. Without seeing a picture or anything, it's
Hard to see, hard to tell.
Yeah.
Like, it's not fuzzy or anything. It's really weird. But what they end up doing is gasping for air. They can't, like, the Pandagara couldn't latch on to the side of, he couldn't latch on to anything because that sore was prohibiting it from doing that, I guess.
Huh.
I don't know what I don't know about the albino paradises, but it seems to be that tank. So, but there was an angel that came out of that tank. The angel's fine. The other paradise fish is fine. The blue Galaris killifish I still have in that tank, and the double red killifish I have in that tank are fine. It's just the Pandagara right now, and then that one sunfish, or paradise fish. But I want to treat the tank, so I don't know what to treat it with though. So,
something like that, with not really knowing what it is. I mean, I try to do something like the triple effect that kind of aquarium co-op shoots for.
Yeah.
Treat for bacterial, parasitical, and everything else.
Let's see what I've got left. I need to restock.
A lot of it
cure,
isn't
erythromycin.
it isn't just about the bacteria and the parasites. It's also, because I had to try to figure this out once. I still haven't figured it out, but I know it has to do with the positive and negative types.
The gram negative and gram positive.
Yeah, because it's something, whatever all that technical science stuff means, is
verily cyanobacteria. I've never seen cyano do that to a fish.
Yeah, I don't think it's
treat for both kinds.
It could be some kind of bacterial infection, but wouldn't they have to have a sore, I guess, to begin with, to then get the bacterial infection?
Kind of. The bacteria can develop a sore as well. It just depends on what it is.
Yeah, I've got Samaricin left. Get those Samaricin. The problem is that's a 30-gallon tank. I've got
Drain it down part way.
Drain it down.
Yeah, part way. So you're only having to treat like 15 gallons of water.
Or just set you up a 10-gallon quarantine tank and pull the fish out and put them in it.
Well, everything in that tank, though, I don't want to move it, and I want to treat that tank. You know what I mean? Because
he wasn't saying move it. He was saying take an empty 10-gallon and put the fish and stuff in there and then treat it.
Treat the tank, not the fish?
Yeah. Those fish are doing all right. There ain't nothing wrong with them. Why treat them? If it's issues with the tank itself, I mean.
Because maybe there's something that I can't see.
It just makes it easier in a 10-gallon tank to treat it with a packet for 10 gallons.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yep. And that way you're starting off in your QT tank with fresh, clean water that's just for medication purposes.
Yeah.
And you don't want to stress your other fish out by over-medicating the tank because it's a 30-gallon tank and you're treating for 1 or 2 sick fish in it.
And if there's no fish in there and you still feel like you need to treat it anyways, there ain't no fish in there. Treat away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Bunny says if it's bacteria, the tank needs to be treated.
Yeah. I think
this is true. But like Jess said, now you're looking
then
at
bomb the tank with H2O2.
Bomb the tank. Yeah, there you go, Grant. It's the shrimple fix.
Right?
Ain't that the power washer won't fix.
And Greg, it's good to see you, Greg. Yeah, and he was a pretty boy. That paradise fish I lost. And you know, I've had 3 hatches out of that pair, and I couldn't get any of them to live except for 1. Can I get lucky and that be a male? I don't know. We'll have to see.
Ooh, I get new fish Wednesday.
Yeah?
I'm getting about 15 to 20 strawberry Leperinus.
Morning, Grant.
Morning.
What is that?
One of the fish that we were talking about last night on my stream there. Yep. They're really, really cool. I'm excited.
I'm going to look it up. Let's look it up. What's a strawberry Leperinus?
It's about 3 inches, but it almost looks like a large tetra in a sense. But then you have other species like the Leperinus Grantee and stuff that are $130 for a 3-inch fish. But those strawberries, I think, are only like $25 a piece or so, somewhere around there.
Tell me if this is it.
I learned of those fish from Terry's tropical tanks when he had some.
Mm-hmm.
Not the strawberries, but the regular ones, I guess.
Yeah.
That's them?
Yep. The ones with the red on the fins are going to be the strawberries. If they don't have any red on the fins, it's a different species.
Okay.
Yep. The aquarium glacier picture is a good picture. I have one other species called the Leperinus Grantee. I only have 1 fish of those guys.
So how many of those are you getting?
The strawberries, about 15 to 20.
Oh, cool. Do they school?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yep. And some species get just a couple inches, and other species get over a foot. Like those strawberries are not going to get much. Well, they'll get 7-8 inches probably, full grown, but it takes a while for them to get there. A while. Then you have other species like the Grantee that won't get much bigger than that.
Whoa! Look at that Blacko.
He made the cut in the pictures.
Yeah.
There's like 70 different species of Leperinus.
Oh wow! Oh, look at the butterfly fish. Cool, dude. Y'all just send pictures and stuff.
Yeah, I plan to. I'm supposed to be going to pick them up Wednesday.
My fish tank's aquatics. Good morning. Good to see you. I got some orange Venezuela Corys from Lady Diane last Thursday. Cool.
Yeah, he did.
I
got some giant Danios the other day at the LFS where I carry her fish. I didn't realize how big those jokers were. They're pretty too.
The orange or the Venezuelas?
I'm sending you a
I just
message.
got giant titties.
Yes.
All right. Texas Native Aquatics. Hey, I got it right.
What's going on, brother? Good to see you.
We talked about
Hey.
that at Aquashella, and I was like, "Look, I'm sorry. I'll probably still do it and flip it, but you know I love you."
Victoria just got 2 purple spotted gudgeons.
Oh, cool, Victoria. Sweet.
I hear baby.
Sent the video. All right, Facebook.
Yeah, I wanted to show that off. I noticed it yesterday because I did go into the shop yesterday trying to get tanks reorganized and reset. We're trying to do some things a little bit differently, make more space for more tanks.
Yeah, about it.
I know Jess is probably thinking, how are you going to fit more tanks?
The trick is you go higher.
You can't. They can't. They already are. They're already top.
Well, I guess you're gonna have to start making aisles.
Right?
Now we're just going to kind of change the tanks that we have and go with smaller ones. That way
That's
we
what
can
I
get
was
more
going to
of
say.
them.
That would be the only thing you could do is go down in size. Because you got all 20s mainly until you get the big ones on the ends.
Yeah, that one wall is all 20s.
Yeah.
54 tanks.
So you're going to go to 10s or smaller than that to the JBLs.
Yeah, we're going to go to the JBLs.
Okay, wow. You're going to be able to get a bunch.
Wow.
In.
Nice.
All right. Share screen.
So I found this cool little coffee. Oh,
What is that?
oh, hell if I know.
Right there.
Oh, the coddle punks.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
they got baby.
And if you look in this little ditch, it's going to show there's probably 70 or so fry because they're in that little hole
yeah.
right here. They're hard to see, but there's just a lot of them.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's awesome.
I hope they keep them.
Yeah. I love the little catapunks.
That's awesome.
They are cute.
And surprisingly, they are very good parents.
Is this their first?
This is their second.
This is their second.
Yep.
Now, what
The
happened
first
to
batch, I messed it up because I did some adjusting to the tank because I noticed there was a bunch of fry and it clouded up the water, and the other catapunks had a little snack.
Oh, oops. Texas Native Aquatics. Where do you live? Down Houston way?
We'll have more room for the killifish. I know we will.
I love my new killies. I need a shorter name for them, though. I need to call them something.
I haven't been able to find any of the species that I want.
What? What you want?
I can't tell you the name off the top of my head. I had it all written down.
Oh.
It's so cool because this is like my fishbone shrimp. These catapunks have been with me for about 3 years. When I first got them and they started breeding, it was when I first started making videos. And then when I had the fire, Jason took them all and he held them, and then they bred, and then he sold a couple on the website, and now we have them. We had the last few that we had left there at the shop. Now I got them breeding again. So the whole lineage, like I said, I've had it since the mom and dad I had 2.5, 3 years ago.
Nice.
Cool.
That's awesome.
So it's kind of cool. You know, it's kind of cool when you get to carry something like that with you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The killies that I was looking at are the Gunthers, the Fusca tenatus.
You got them
Or in
pulled
the
up.
Astro Labias or the Pearl Killy.
You have 'em- pull it up. You have have them pulled up.
I will right now.
Texas native
Yeah.
aquatics. Where is Granbury in equivalent to Houston?
It's south of Fort Worth. It's about 40 miles south of Fort Worth.
Oh, so it's a long ways from Houston. Dang. I'm trying
Yeah,
to
I think
find
it's about
something-
30 minutes from the shop, maybe
Oh.
45.
Okay.
These guys are the ones that the wet spot had at one point.
Oh, how pretty.
These are the Pearl
Are they-
Killies.
Oh, wow.
Are they annual or biannual?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I have no idea. I just know it's a pretty ass killie and I want it.
Okay, wait. There will be a killifish
Morning,
auction
Robert.
going on at the end of September in Houston. If you send me the name of the fish you're looking for, I will let you know if it shows up on the list. Brennan,
Okay.
Wow.
those are pretty.
And these guys are the other ones that I really like.
Nice.
I really
Texas
like the lines on them.
He's got some more that I like. Those right there. The fourth one over, I believe, is the one he's got, or close to it. Yeah, that I want, but they're only annuals. They're close to like that. I got them. I don't know if it was on my phone. I don't remember where he sent me the pictures at, or Facebook, but I really want
Fun. Ah, there's a good picture.
more than annuals, at least biannual. But
This is a good picture.
that's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Another
that
one, the
on the
Goonsters.
left.
Oh, Steve.
Ooh,
Oh, haven't talked about fish. The Fish Film Christmas is gearing up again for this year.
that's right.
Yeah. Really like these guys.
Those
If
are
you
pretty.
find a real nice male, the male almost gets like a pearly blue and all that red and white is nice.
Cool. Did you see these in at the Triple Crown?
I didn't see any of those at the Triple Crown.
Really?
Yep.
And I thought there would be a lot more than what there were.
Oh, don't get me wrong. There is a couple hundred killie tanks, but there a lot of people have the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we have fishery?
Yes, we do. Is it that time? It is.
Yay, we can watch one that I don't mess up.
Well, I've still got some from last week. I think I only showed one from last week.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I was corrected. We watched 2 from last week.
Okay. Ooh,
Why?
from
That's
last-
why we never played one yet last week.
So let me see where we're at then.
Should be the last little portion of it there.
Is it episodes? I don't.
Give
9
me a second and I can pull up
or
and tell you
whatever.
where we were at.
Something 09,
Huh?
something 09 or whatever. Was it 109?
I've got 13, 14.
Huh?
I've got
Or maybe it was the dates.
Give me a second here and I can tell you where we were at.
It's all
14
Brennan's fault. I don't remember nothing.
through 17.
Texas native says to contact the guy that runs the Killie Shack, Devin Espinoza. He thinks he just started breeding the ones that you're looking for.
Okay.
Cool.
I've got episodes 114 through 117. I don't know if I wrote
Anybody
down.
seen Liz today?
Uh-uh.
It's her birthday on Saturday.
Oh. Okay. I didn't write it down.
Man, you're using all these big words. It's too early. Haven't had enough coffee.
Some days it can never be enough caffeine.
Right?
Today's one of those days for me too. I'm
Big
sorry, I'm
shrimp
bragging today.
making room for more tanks. I feel you, brother. Aren't we all?
When we come
Oh,
back,
there it is. 114 through 117. We were on 117.
117. Okay.
9.
I might be able to give you a timestamp.
Yeah. Well,
We got to 3618.
3618. Awesome.
We got all the way up to that point.
All right.
Or I just cut it and said we're not
Okay.
doing it.
All right. Well, we're going to start right there then. All right, you guys. It is Fish Story, which is from Alex from The Secret History Living in Your Aquarium. He does this for the Aquatic Morning Show and for his members on his channel. So if you do not know and are not subscribed to him, please do us a favor and go do that. He does do this graciously for us.
Favorite segment.
That's right.
And I messed it up Friday. I'm still disappointed in myself for that.
That's okay.
Oh wow, y'all did great.
Yes.
Warmer and dried out over the last 3 decades. It will continue to make weather more extreme off and on, and wildfires will continue to be more frequent and destructive, especially if you don't manage our forest well and tend the underbrush well. It's been long neglected in California as well as other places. Why am I talking about this? Well, it's because they think it might be linked to a forest fire that all these fish died. So I said hundreds and hundreds of fish were washing up. That was a month ago. Now there have been tens of thousands of fish washing up, including a whole lot of the endangered ones, unfortunately. So across the American West, a 22-year mega drought, as they call it, has deepened so much that the region is now in its driest spell since 1,200 years ago. And they can track this by looking at lake core samples, pollen cores, tree rings, things like that. So it's not unknown. They have a good handle on what happened all the way about 10,000 years or so, including looking at glacial ice cores as well up on the mountains and snow-packed glacial ice as well. So when this fire that they think impacted this die-off began, it was given the name the McKinney Fire, and it burned just several hundred acres, and firefighters thought they would quickly bring it under control. But all of a sudden, thunderstorms rolled in, and ferocious gusts of wind moved in and pushed it into an unstoppable conflagration. And this blaze was only 30% contained on Saturday as of today. So the fish deaths being reported are a huge blow to the native people in the region, which have been working really hard to protect them and restore their old runs so that they can use them for ceremonial things like first salmon run of the year and other religious and spiritual practices, but just to restore the environment and to be able to use them as a resource yet once again is extremely important. And the tribes that live in that area are the Karuk and the Yaruk tribes, which have been fighting for years to protect these fragile populations. And the salmon in the Klamath River, the salmon are revered by the Karuk and the Yaruk tribe. And California's second largest Native American tribe is the Yaruk. So they do have some power and they do have some money. And it's still unclear if the fish kill is localized to their area where they're reporting it, or if it's going to keep spreading downriver. So a photo taken about 20 miles downstream from the Carrick Reservation and from where there was a flash flood in the tributary of the, I don't know if I'm saying this right, Sead Creek. It showed several dozens of fish bellies dead and bloated among sticks and debris that were washed up in brown and black tinted water with like ash and charcoal in it. So this wildfire was burning in a remote part of California and appears to have caused tens of thousands of these fish to die, according to that native tribe. And they're finding more evidence of more creeks and washouts that seem to be affected either by those thunderstorms running in and causing the water levels to rise really fast, or by the sheer fact that there was the wildfire and there's all this soot and ash and stuff in the water, which on top of being a warm water condition and the fish already being in low numbers, it chokes them out. Salmonid and basically all the fish on the West Coast that are freshwater, all of the fish that live in rivers that go up the mountains and things, they all need a lot of oxygen, and they're used to cool creeks, like under 50 degrees year round usually. And apparently we're seeing like 65 degrees, 70 degrees in some cases. And all this soot, as well as trees burning down, which then the hillsides slide out, especially when they get the hard rains afterwards. And it's just not good. So they found the largest die-off of fish on Friday, this last Friday, near Happy Camp in Happy Camp Creek, California, and along the main stem of the Klamath River. It's unclear what's killing them, like I said, but biologists with the tribe believe that the flash flood caused by heavy rains over the burnt and scoured area, as well as retardant foam and gasoline and other debris that was just left basically on the ground from fighting the fire, as well as chemical retardants for the fire too. They think that was washed into the water, as well as with the black carbon and soot, and with maybe some mudslides. So it's a big problem. The huge McKinney fire, the largest so far of the season, has been burning just south of the Oregon border for several days and has scorched more than 90 square miles so far. This week, the blaze also wiped out the scenic hamlet of Klamath River, which has 200 people living there usually, and actually killed 4 people in that town, unfortunately, as it came through, and reduced almost all the homes to burned out ash and ruins. So now the local tribe is surveying the toll on the environment, and the Karuk tribe are working with the Yaruk tribe and their biologists, and with the Northern California Tribal Association and state and federal agencies to gain access to the fire zone, to get a better sense of what's happening, maybe to put up lines or walls along the creek to help prevent some of this ash, maybe put oil slick absorbers down, see if that helps, but really to get a better handle on what in the heck killed all these fish, for sure, like which aspect of things going on did the dirty work. And right now there's a lot of finger pointing. It's global warming, it's human caused, it's forest management, it's dams, it's this, it's that. And the true answer is we don't know yet. The science isn't in, but it will be someday soon. So stay tuned, and I'll be sure to follow up on that. It's a bummer to hear. All right, guys, what's not a bummer is you guys rock. Thanks for hanging out with me and making it to the end. I know this was a long one this week, pretty dense episodes, but I'll see you on my channel. I'll see you here again next week for Fishery. And thank you so very much. If you're not subscribed, I'd love it if you would. And if you want to become a member, little last reminder, only $1.99, and it really helps the channel, lets me do what I love, and continue creating this content. I hope you guys have an amazing day. And I'll hand it back to you, Jess, and everyone, whoever's hosting the morning show today with you. I hope you guys are doing well. Maybe I'm in the chat. Maybe I'm predicting the future right now. But I'll see you guys later, or I'll see you right now if I'm here in the chat. Either way, have a great week. Bye, guys.
Right.
Okay, I, during that, was able to go and get some video of what's going on with my fish. And I found something even more interesting going on with the fish. So, oh, and we have guests, spot guests. Oh.
I think I put them on and you put them away.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you guys?
Doing all right. How's it going?
Good. Good. So we were going to
Monday.
talk about escaping, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So y'all's tank was amazing. It was so pretty. But so I'm not an aquascaper. I'm doing it for the fun of it. I'm letting the girls do most of the everything else. I'm just going to be a gopher. Yeah. But when you guys go into an aquascape like that, what, like, do you automatically have something in your brain, or do you do it as you go along? Or
we kind of had like an idea.
Okay, so like you looked at a picture and seen
Yeah.
it. Okay. Because that's the only thing I was thinking of. Is I'd have to have something to look at, and then I could recreate the best I could. But just going off of my head, there'd be no way.
Yeah, no, like in my phone, there's a bunch of screenshotted aquascapes. And then this one was actually one of Chance's, because Chance was going to be a part of the team at first.
Okay.
And Chance is like, we should do this. And I was like, all for it. And then he was never able to join in part of the team. So we kind of just executed one of his, pictures out of his phone. And of course, we didn't want to do exactly what they did. So we put our own little replica spin on it. And stuff.
Sure. Well, the amazing part of it to me is that there was so many layers. Like, it was so not just like most of my aquascapes are flat, right? And then my layers are plants. You guys had, I mean, oh my gosh, it was, I don't even know how to explain it. It was like soil and then rocks and then soil and then rocks and limbs. And oh my gosh, it was just so 3D. Like not even 3D, 4D. Yes, like it drew you in, like you wanted to go swimming in it and just explore every little crevice because there were so many of it. It was just cool. It was really cool.
You probably didn't want to go swimming in it on Saturday morning or Sunday morning.
No.
It looked like pea soup.
Yeah. The breakdown, yeah. So
do y'all have a picture of it that you can share on here?
Yeah, give me a minute.
Where we can see the layers, what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
I know I saw on somebody's video, but
definitely my by far my favorite one. I mean, ours was good too. I liked ours too, but y'all's was by far. I mean, it was just amazing.
It was.
We escape flat because we live on flat land.
I guess that's what
I have a buddy.
He's not a tree growing out of it. We don't see it.
I have a buddy. He's a professional sketch artist
in Florida, though.
And he's also an aquascaper. So what he does, instead of taking pictures, he'll sit down and sketch out in extreme detail what he wants, exactly what he wants to do in an aquascape, and go off of that sketch that he made.
Wow.
I gotta find it. It's gonna take me a minute.
Now, Shelby or Grant, do you guys draw? Like, are y'all artistic in any other way?
She is.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
I can draw a Roadrunner. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's like what my sketch of a drawing would look like.
I don't know. For me, I think shrimpers have a little bit of an advantage for whatever reason, the way we look at our tanks and visualize things, because I guess because the shrimper's so small, I usually feel like I'm inside the tank. So when I'm building a tank, I look at it from that perspective, and it's kind of fun. Aquascaping's always been my side hobby and joy and love of this hobby, but to see what they do, I get it, because you can kind of visualize it, and it seems like a lot of shrimpers have that ability to pick out the plants and the depth. That's beautiful.
Well, also a big thing is like you can't put anything in with the shrimp. So kind of what you do is you pimp the house out for the shrimp.
Right?
Yep.
That's a good way to look
True.
at it.
Very true.
I mean, that And then how you got the moss on the trees without glue or anything showing through.
No, we use glue.
Yeah,
Oh,
but I mean,
okay. Without it
it's not
showing.
showing through. Yeah, because like anytime I glue something,
Without it showing.
you're gonna see, white glue behind it.
Yeah, you've got to use just a very small amount. I mean, it's literally got to just barely touch it. And like that top piece, it's only like a drop of glue for that whole thing because you spread it out and then cover it with extra moss because you'll have moss that clumps together and hide all of that.
And then the big secret is like growing out big, thick, lush moss.
Yeah.
And then like you pick and choose the pieces. So I brought an entire 10-gallon tank worth of like this super Christmas moss. It's like really dense. It's like one of my favorite tanks. I sell a lot of moss out of different tanks, but I refuse to sell out of certain tanks because I know I'm going to bring it to Dallas or Orlando or Aquashella in Chicago and just destroy it and basically just take the good pieces like the on top that's fresh, lush, and bright green and broke it all up to use all of that. Like I had a bag, I don't even know what I did with it, but I threw it in one of the tanks. And it was just all the brown innards that don't get a lot of light and stuff like that. So
what was like a theme? What was the theme of this tank? Like a forest or a
kind of like the river creek bed that runs through a forest. And I would prefer more like non-uniform branches, but if you saw what we had to work with, there wasn't a lot of little pieces, and we got a bunch of like flat long pieces that had some curvature, but they were way too flat for this. So a lot of the back pieces were one of those flat pieces that I took a hammer and a wedge and broke it into like 16 different little pieces.
Right.
I mean, we heard you were hammering like crazy around.
Yeah. I'm just happy nobody lost an eye.
Between them and then Brooklyn and Steven smashing rocks on the other end, it was stuff going everywhere.
And I see this tank, but it makes me think of that there has been like a wipeout storm, and now things are regrowing. Yeah. Like life goes on.
Like it almost looks like a tree on the left side in the back. Like it almost looks like a evergreen
Is that
tree.
Bobitus?
Yeah.
I love that plant.
I can just imagine like a nice little slow flowing,
shallow
stream, like an Asian kind of shallow stream that you kind of see out in the wild. Over
we had our filter turned down also. Shelby really likes thread fin rainbows. So when I went around shopping for the fish for the tank, I kind of wanted to get something that we could bring back home and Shelby could still use. So we did bring home the thread fins and then some ember tetras because those would be a nice fish for some shrimp and
Did y'all reset up the tank to the best of this? Or
there's no room for it in the house. So it's like,
are you sure? Can't you squeeze in another tank?
So
we can eventually, but we're in the middle of some projects now.
Yeah, I saw that.
We came home from Kentucky and there's a leak, a hot water leak coming up underneath the floor in Jaden's room.
Oh no.
And it has ruined like a lot of the wood for his stairs and steps that go up to his bed, and the base of the bed kind of is like swollen from all the water. So that'll all need to be rebuilt. And the tank stands that are in there, all the back of the wood, I can't really inspect. So we're going to go through remodel Jaden's room. And while I'm doing that, it's probably best to get all the tanks out of there. So we're building the stand for 90 10-gallon aquariums already. So the 36 10 gallons that are in Jaden's room are going to go on the new rack. And then we'll move the 55s and the 40s into the garage once the 10s are on the new rack. Because our garage right now has like 70 plus brand new 10-gallon tanks ready for the new rack. So we need to make room so we can remodel and then get Jaden back in his bedroom.
How many tanks you say was in that bedroom?
There's 36 10-gallons, 355s, 340s, and then like a little 5.5 gallon.
Wow. It's like sleeping underwater.
Yeah, and the kids like it too, because like we were the first club meeting back from COVID. One of our club members went up to Jaden, was like, "How many tanks you got in your room?" And he's like, 42. And then he looks at Layla and he's like, "How many tanks you got in your room?" And she's like, "None." And I look at Layla, I'm like, "Do you want tanks in your room?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What do you want?" She's like, a rack like Jaden's. And I was like, "So I could put like a 36 shrimp tanks in your room?" And she's like, 1 tank fish. So she does have 1 rice fish tank. So
that's awesome.
Cool.
The rest are shrimp, though.
Nice way around it. Make her ask for it.
Yeah.
I'll have to remember that.
There's always tomorrow.
And the axolotls are in Jaden's room, so we're probably gonna get like a really nice setup for her for the axolotls, because she's wanted them in her room the entire time, and I'm just gonna get like a bunch of tissue cultures and let Shelby and Layla decorate the tank and make it all girly for her in her room.
Right.
Nice.
That's awesome.
And then the last thing, because I want to jump on earlier, we've been listening the whole time. But I have to catch like 40 aquatic isopods today for our orders going out. And I was like, those are going to be an issue. And then we wanted to get a jump on all the Caridina. So we've been catching, and then we were going to jump on, and then it was the halftime break, and then Alex, and I'm like, oh man, we got to get in there before it's over. But so it's like Friday night before the show, and I didn't think that Houston Frogs was going to be there, just because it was like pretty late Friday night, and the whole 10 by 20 booth wasn't set up or anything like that.
Right.
So I was going, oh man, maybe they're not, but then again, maybe they're like Dustin's, who shows up last minute for everything and has his whole thing down and out in 5 minutes. So
right.
They end up showing up, and a couple of us were outside, and they're pulling out all these tubs, and I was asking about newts, and then he had like one kind of newt, and then to get to the newts, he had to pull out some frogs. And he had these like big, massive, I don't know what kind of frog they are.
Yeah.
They're relatively big, and there was like 4 of them in this container.
Yeah.
And one of my friends was like, oh man, these are really cool, and opens the lid to take a look at them. And one of them jumps at my buddy Eddie. So it's out of the container in the Texas atmosphere, basically. And then another one goes to jump out, and Josh kind of like, nope, get back in there, and then reaches forward and grabs the other one. But I thought for sure that all the frogs were going to get loose when that second one went to go jump.
No.
I saw it all happening in my head, and I had zero faith that they were going to get it back. But then Josh gets the lid back on, and then the guy that's in charge of unloading looks at him and is like, oh yeah, man, don't open the lid. Like, so casual about it. I'm like, I didn't realize what almost happened. Like, these were big breeding ready frogs, and all I had to do was find some water.
Was it the big green frogs that were sitting on that wood?
Yeah.
I have a picture of those somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not too big into the frogs.
Yeah.
Like, I know some of the dart frogs, but like none of the scientific names or anything like that. So
yeah.
It was a good little cherry to the day on Friday. After that, we called it a night.
Yeah. Right. It was definitely Houston Frogs is I've got an interview with them. In fact, I ended up missing the group picture for FishTube or the creators, because I was doing that interview. And if you get to talking to that guy, he don't shut up. You can't get him to be, you couldn't find a stopping point because he just kept on and on. He was very excited about his stuff.
They had a different crew last
Definitely.
time because I didn't recognize or remember any of the people working for them, and I was like, huh. So, but it's probably a lot of people in the hobby come and go. So,
yeah. I don't. From the way that I understood it, what it was like all under like one umbrella, but like he had a whole like half of it, and then the frogs were somebody else that just sold under him.
yeah.
But
that's kind of how it was last year. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Like last year, they didn't have like the real like nice mushroom culture cups the way they had them. They were different last year.
Okay.
But they still had them. Like, but like the mushroom guy was like, I don't know. He was chilling when we were at the brewery, and he was definitely not there this year. So, they had a bunch of other newts and other things going on last year. So I was like, oh, really excited. And they only had one type, and they weren't very colorful. We got some smooth newts at the Triple Crown, so I was ready to get some more. But
yeah, I was just tickled that they had my frogs and tadpoles. So it was cool. I enjoyed them, but they were there, not there Friday, and I showed up Saturday, and then boom, they were there. I was like, whoa, okay.
Well, I asked them when they were unloading the truck if they had milk frogs, and I was like, well, how many do you have? And they're like, oh, we'll have plenty of them. And I'm like, I told you as soon as you showed up Saturday, I was like, they have milk frogs, tadpoles. I don't know if they're out on the table yet, but he said they're coming.
Yeah, and I went right over there after that. And then it took like a lot of the day before I ever actually got some, because I brought Joe over there and he was like, yeah, okay. He'd never heard of me talk about wanting them. And I'm like, boy, you don't listen to my show then, do you?
Proof's in the pudding.
Talk about them twice on the stream. And I've seen them like a bunch of times at the Repticons here. Like there was a reptile show yesterday that we were going to go to, and I woke up, I tried to do a load of laundry, and I just didn't crank the hot water pressure on far enough, so it didn't put any water into but for a good 2 hours, I thought I was going to have to buy a new laundry machine. So
oh no,
we didn't go to the reptile show because of that.
Oh.
I was a little upset.
Well, at least there's another one. There's always another one.
Yeah,
is that the one that Eric Furlow went to?
World's largest. It's in Daytona. It's the Daytona Reptile Breeders Expo. So it's like, and somebody's like, oh, it's way bigger and better than last year. And I had a bunch of friends that were going to be there that I haven't seen for a while since Aquashella.
Yeah. Right.
Eric bought a bunch of new stock from something that he went to yesterday. I think it might have been the same one.
Well, Sam Scales. I'm sorry, Dee.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sam Scales is going to be there, and like he's at Triple Crown and Aquashella, and like, why do I need to go see him again? Well, because it's a reptile expo. He brings different prints for different shows. Like he'll bring a lot of live bearers to the Live Bearers Association and whatnot. He brings a lot of the saltwater to Aquashella that he didn't bring to the Triple Crown. So at the Daytona Reptile Expo, he brings a lot of his reptiles and stuff like that. And that's kind of like my hobby still, is the reptiles. The shrimp and aquatics is kind of like my living now, you know. But we were going to get a bunch of chameleon cages and stuff going to get back into that.
Are you?
Yeah, Layla wanted chameleons for her birthday, and I didn't want to get them right before we went to Triple Crown and Dallas for 2 weeks. So we were going to get the cages, set everything up, and then when we got back from Chicago, Aquashella, we would get the chameleons. And Shelby wants to scape it with a bunch of spiderwood. So
that's what I did. That's what I did with mine, my Jacksons. He loved it.
But we used
it's the perfect size for him.
Before we did shrimp, we used to breed panther chameleons, veileds, Jacksons, and leopard geckos.
Nice. We kept some panthers. Right now I've got an old veiled. My Jackson's died. He was 7 years old or so. I've kept chameleons for a long time.
Wow. So,
Oh, by the way, I wanted to let everybody know an update on my work situation. I really can't afford to get the boat out and make it 60 miles to work. So we're just not going to ship today. We're going to ship tomorrow because he says over there it is raining buckets and there's no point in me trying to get in.
I keep looking out the window and it's just pouring like a river down the
crazy.
house.
I mean, we went from 100-degree days on for nonstop 100 degrees, and then all of a sudden now it's 80 degrees and flooding everywhere.
Yep. That's how it normally is, though. And this isn't even a hurricane.
No, none of the trees are moving. Everything is dead still. The rain is just falling.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. For real. All right. I'm trying to see, because maybe Grant might even know. I've posted that video on Facebook, but it hasn't loaded yet. Dadgummit. I got video of that fish that's got the whatever on its mouth.
Yeah, the bacterial thing.
Yeah. It also has something on the back, on its back. Like scales are missing, like a bubble on its back. And I hadn't seen that before.
I'm the worst person to go to for fish disease. That's why I do shrimp, is because as long as you stay from a good source, you got zero issues of parasites or disease or the millions of different issues that can go wrong with fish. With shrimp, there's like 3.
Right.
It's very shrimple.
Yeah. And there's one solution. Remove the ones that are treated or sick, and then, and you're good. Water change
your fish.
Yeah. A lot easier. I still think just going ahead and throwing some Marison in there and might help.
Is
I
it
might
kind
not
of like the stuff that, or the disease that German rams seem to be the only fish that get that stuff?
Well, I don't know, because remember the paradise fish got it.
Ooh.
So I don't know. I don't know. But it doesn't look like it's going to be able to see it today. So we may have to look at it tomorrow once it finally uploads. Or it'll be on Facebook. So you can go on Facebook and look and see if you know what it is. Just put it in
I
the
don't
little
have
message
Facebook.
things. You don't have a Facebook?
You don't have Facebook?
Nope.
My dad calls it face block. He always has. And for the longest time he wouldn't get a Facebook. And then he was like, oh yeah, I'm on the face block now. I'm like, the what?
I still come from the MySpace era, so I used to always be like, Space Face or My Book, or but yeah, MySpace was the thing when I started all of that social
That
media.
was the bomb diggity back then.
When I was a kid, it came out, yeah.
When you were a kid. That's I mean, I'm so old.
No, you're not. Well, real quick, you guys, we do have the lineup for the rest of the Dancing House. I forgot to play it on Thursday or whatever day I was here last. And then I need to play it before we end today. So Stevie worked so hard on them for us. Here we go.
And happy belated birthday, Liz, at Florida Fish Rescue.
Hi.
And thanks, Annette of Mystery Snow Guardians, for making me this cool graphic. And now for the Monday live streams in Eastern Standard Time. Anyways, start off the morning at 9 a.m. with Father Fish. And at 10, it's the Aquatic Morning Show on Mains, Tails, Fern Fins with Jess and the crew. And maybe I'll be there. And at 4, Corvus Awesome. And at 5, it's West Your Plants on Stephen P's channel with Stephen P. and Kelly Foreman. And probably Fat Kitty will make an appearance. Who knows? He's been making a liar out of me sometimes. But he better be there. And at 6, it's Monday Musings on Fantastic Beach channel. At 7, it's Monday Mayhem with Mr. and Mrs. Metalhead. And also at 7 is the members only stream on Steamfight Aquatics, followed by the regular Steamfight Aquatics stream at 8. And at 9 is the Garden of Eden with Grant and Shelby. At 10, it's In the Hot Spot, the Fishy Biz Aquatics. And at 10:30, it's the Secret History Living in Your Aquarium. First, All of Us Have It, with Alex. And that's it for the Monday live streams. So make sure to check them out. You'll be glad you did. And please contact Liquid Zoo OnlyFans to have your live streams added, deleted, or updated on the fishfam.link calendar. That's Matt. And Liquid Zoo. Thanks for making this information easy to find at fishfam.link. And Lefty32138, thanks for your live stream calendar on your site as well. And if you haven't already, become a patron at fishfam.link.
I will pay something else when I am done before I go to work.
One, Edie. I like that one. I like when you talk less, being able to see you on it, and you talking. I like it that way. Big
nice.
Shrimpin', good to see you. And he's asking about the Seaport 65 gallon.
Yeah, I had accidentally replied in the StreamYard chat, so it popped up as you when I replied.
Oh, okay. But I don't know.
Yeah, they're pretty nice. I like the CPR tanks quite a bit personally. I have a lot of them, and I do have a couple of 65s particularly. I think they're pretty cool. Just a different size tank than what you normally see.
Well, there you go.
They hold together well.
There's an answer. Well, Grant and Shelby, thank you guys so much for coming up. I was looking forward to you guys getting time to jump up here if you had gotten time to do it. So thank you very much. Enjoy y'all anytime. You get an invitation every day.
Mondays are going to be our days because Shelby works every other day of the week. And then I'm usually in the mornings. I'm outside listening because it's prime time for me to work outside before the Florida heat gets too brutal. So
right.
I usually just got the phone in my pocket.
I hear you.
Well, Shelby works all the time. We know that. He's always doing something.
Always. Well, everybody, thank you so much. Misfit and Jerry, thank you guys for popping up to help as well. And Miss Dee Dee, I've missed you so much.
Of course. I'm going to go paint a little girl's fingernails and go to work.
Have fun.
Yay!
I'm going to work on this. I'm going to have to call somebody because I didn't end up really getting to talk about it. So we'll get it figured out. Anyway, thank you guys for being here for the Aquatic Morning Show. We will be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And thank you for the super chats that we got. Thank you for the people that were in chat and the replay crew. And anything else that, is the spill that we all say at the end of the thing because we love everybody so much and we want you to come back. So,
what she
see
said.
you tomorrow. Hashtag I love shrimp.
I love shrimp.
I love shrimp.
Oh, I didn't pick a song. Florida man.
Good Lord, we left you in charge of mashing buttons.
Right?
At least she remembered to play it, unlike me.
I know, right?
I can't tell because I can't see it. I can hear it.
The right buttons here. Here we go.
Right?
Right. dog needs a loving home, take it to a shelter. But what do you do with a fish that's only into murder? Florida man will take the fish off your hands. Florida man, the one who understands. You gotta change your plans. Call Florida man, cigarette in hand. He's got a fishy wonderland. Drive 300 miles to rescue a catfish, but he would rather help you get your own tank established. Florida man, 3,000 gallons in. He doesn't have unlimited space for fish. Florida man got a net in his hand. Florida man and Father Fish is also there. Step up and help Florida man now. We need a rescue to rescue Florida fish rescue. Florida man needs a helping hand. There's a change in plans for his fishy wonderland. Florida man digging in the sand. Florida man is reaching out to the fishy fam. Florida man will take them fish off your hands. Florida man, the one who understands. Florida man needs a helping hand. There's a change in plans for his fishy wonderland.